You're ready, man.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Paul Dalzell, and I am the worship coordinator of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charleston. Welcome all of you, our members, our friends, and if this is your first time here, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. Today, we celebrate the 101st anniversary of the Flower Communion begun by Unitarian minister Norbert Chopek. The first flower ceremony was held in Prague on, I had two different dates, either June 4th or June 24th in 1923. For decades, this beloved tradition and its powerful history have brought meaning to hundreds of UU congregations. If you are new to UUC, I'm sure you will find us an open, accepting congregation. We are guided by the 7 principles you see around you. We are the place, as a wise man once told me, if you don't feel you fit in anywhere else, you belong here. We have among our congregation atheists and pagans, Christians and Jews, agnostics and Buddhists, Muslims and humanists, and those who don't fit into any category. We come together to do good and to be good. We hope you will find this a welcoming sanctuary where you are safe to worship as you choose and to be who you are without fear of reprisal. We welcome you, whoever you are.
Now let's sing our welcome song. If you'd like to stand, please do so as you wish. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you.
I do have an announcement. On June 12th, this coming Wednesday from 9 to 3, volunteers are needed for the Big Black Joy Festival organized by Dr. Shaniqua Smith. Please contact Tina Castan if you will help, even for an hour. Tina, throw a hand up. That's Tina. The details are there will be mental and physical health workshops, financial empowerment and career workshops, vendor booths, and a joy fest in the Benny Kingdom parking lot. It is free, and they do need usher attendees at the main session in the morning, people to assist with seating speakers and performers, prepping food, serving food, distribute paint at the paint station, helping to assist with vendor placement at the Joy Fest, and people to pop popcorn. So if you aren't working on Wednesday or have some extra time, even for an hour, please do see Tina and she can hook you up with Dr. Smith. And I'd like to take just a moment to thank our tech team, Maddie, who is not here, Paul Warren, who is, and Jaden Pomeroy, who is, our greeter, Marion Keys, our ushers, Tammy and Jean, our music coordinator, Jamie Edwards, and the UUC music maker, there's only one today, for all the work they do to help make Sundays happen. And a big thank you, as always, to our congregational administrator, Sarah Stone, for her patience and talent in organizing these facilities, the orders of service. Also this week for setting up, helping to price, storing the items, carrying them over from the office, doing a big part for the rummage sale, and for keeping this collection of counterculture congregants operating. Today's, make sure I didn't skip one, nope, opening words are by Thomas Rhodes, and they are, all of us are beautiful. We come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes. Some of us grow in bunches, some of us grow alone, some of us are cupped inward, and some of us spread ourselves out wide. Some of us are old and dried and tougher than we appear. Some of us are still in bud. Some of us grow low to the ground, and some of us stretch toward the sun. Some of us feel like weeds sometimes. Some of us carry seeds sometimes. Some of us are prickly sometimes. Some of us smell, and all of us are beautiful. What a bouquet of people we are. I now invite you to rise in body, spirit, and voice for our opening hymn, number 305, All the Colors, and I believe we're having some drums for this too.
There's Chris. All right. All the colors, yes, the colors we see in the springtime with all of its flowers. All the colors when the sunlight shines out through the rift in the cloud and it showers. All the colors as a rainbow
As Tina lights our chalice, please join me in reading the words which are in your order of service. They are like the first hint of green. As the first hint of green begins to peek through the barren ground, as that little spring grows into a healthy stem, and that stem grows into a stalk and forms a bud, as that bud slowly opens with each new day to form a yellow daffodil, let us be, like that first hint of green, renewed by the warmth of the sun's rays, and ready to emerge with new energy, ready to face the day. We light this chalice to bring a glimmer of that warmth into our space. And for our time for all ages, so Jamie, I had to slip somebody from this century in the music on this. We were joking as arranging the music. I had picked, I said, why don't we do Miley Cyrus's Flowers? That'd be great, you know, it fits the service. And Jamie said, well, how about this one, Where the Flowers Gone, the one coming up for the offertory? It was 1969 it was written. And I said, it's kind of funny that the old guy, you know, picks the younger people. So I had to slide that in. He's an old soul for sure, yeah.
You don't want to hear us sing.
Okay. It was funny though. So we gather together in worship, whether in person or virtually, to connect with the greater good, to do good and to be better. Part of that is sharing our joys, our celebrations, our sorrows, our concerns, our peace, our help, and our needs. I had one texted in joy today that our newly elected board president, Neil Chakrabarty, is testifying before a U.S. Senate committee about climate change on Tuesday. So he's in D.C. doing that. Yeah. Also, we had a great turnout for the rummage sale yesterday, volunteers and shoppers, and an excellent drum circle Thursday evening. It was a beautiful night. They played out front. And big thank you to all the volunteers at the rummage sale, the sorters, the cashiers, the cleanup crew. Yesterday, while many people gathered across the nation to protest Israel's genocide in Gaza, here, down at Haddad Park, in many cities, and in D.C. at the White House, the IDF bombed and performed what they called a surgical strike with U.S. intelligence at another refugee camp in Gaza. They rescued 4 of the hostages that were taken on October 7th. That precise maneuver, which I saw this morning, took 10 minutes, killed over 200 Palestinians, many of whom were women and children, and injured over 400 more. Now let's take just a moment to sit and to meditate and ponder, pray if you wish, but most of all, just be at peace. The offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder of that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show that we believe it is important to worship together, to help our community, and to say yes to the values of our faith.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? The girls have picked them, every one. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? You can sing along, you guys. Young girls. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? They've gone as was everyone. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? Young men. Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? They're all in uniform. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? They've gone to graveyards, everyone. Well, when will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
Flowers.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Girls have picked them, everyone. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn?
Thank you. Please join me in reading our unison affirmation. The words are in your order of service, and I'm too far back, but they may be on the screen too. Love is the spirit of our faith, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. As I mentioned earlier, in June of 1923, almost exactly 101 years ago, Reverend Norbert Chopek held the first flower communion in his Unitarian church in Prague, Czechoslovakia, the Prague Liberal Religious Fellowship. Now, this history I'm going to give you is based in part on the story of Norbert Kopek's flower ceremony by Teresa and David Schwartz. For some time, Reverend Chopek had felt the need for some symbolic ritual that would bind people more closely together. The format had to be one that would not alienate any who had forsaken other religious traditions. The traditional Christian communion service, with bread and wine being, let's face it, ritual cannibalism, was unacceptable to the members of his congregation because his congregation, like ours, was filled with people of different faiths and those who had rejected established religions like Catholicism. So he turned to the native beauty of the countryside for elements of a communion that would be genuine to them. People were asked to bring a flower of their choice, either from their own gardens or from the field or roadside. When they arrived at church, a large vase stood waiting in the vestibule, attended by 2 young members of the church school. Each person was asked to put their own flower in the vase. This signified that it was by their own free will they joined with the others. The vase that contained all the flowers was a symbol of the united church fellowship. After the service, as people left the church, they went to the vase and each took a flower from the vase, other than the one they had brought. The significance of the flower communion is that as no 2 flowers are alike, so no 2 people are alike. Yet each has a contribution to make. Together, the different flowers form a beautiful bouquet. Our common bouquet would not be the same without the unique addition of each individual flower. And thus it is with our church community. It would not be the same without each and every one of us. This service is a statement of our community. It struck me as I read about this that it is in line with our last 2 services. 2 weeks ago, I spoke about pluralism, and last week, the Kaleidoscope Collective and Reverend Snow spoke of being a gentle, angry people who are all singing for our lives. The strength of our faith, of our congregation, is that we have among us atheists and pagans, Christians and Jews, agnostics and Buddhists, Muslims and humanists, and those who don't fit into any religious category. We also have among us cisgender, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and trans, queer and questioning, intersex, asexual, or agender, and those who don't fit into any of those categories either. We all come together to do good and to be good. By exchanging flowers, we show our willingness to walk together in our search for truth, disregarding all that might divide us. Each person should take home a flower brought by someone else, thus symbolizing our shared celebration in community. This communion of sharing is essential to a free people of a free religion. By embracing our pluralism and our diversity, we are growing this congregation in ways I haven't seen in years. We'll note not as much today. I think everybody was worn out at the rummage sale yesterday. Last week, I felt I had to jump up to comment on how many people marched in the Pride Parade with UUC last Saturday. It was the biggest showing we have had at least since I began walking with us in 2009. Now, I am as vain as any Leo ever. I certainly like the sound of my voice, and I like to think I have something to say, but I can't take credit for this. I think it's because of you, the congregation, and our friends. You have helped our visitors feel welcome. You have engaged with them and invited them back. You have shown through your actions and words that we welcome all within our doors, that whoever you are, we welcome you. Now, Reverend Chapek was a visionary minister with a church ahead of its time. A bold church, a church thinking beyond its doors, beyond what it thought possible. In just under 20 years, his church had 3,200 members. It was a church that was willing to take risks, to make tough decisions, to bear disappointment, and to build a new way. First, by building a church, and then the hope that that church could build up the world. But 20 years brings us to the 1940s. In that same sermon on pluralism 2 weeks ago, I also spoke on the evils of Christian nationalism. In the 30s, Christian nationalism was sweeping Germany. It was just a different nation they were celebrating. They promised jobs, prosperity, and a renewed pride in being German. One could easily say, to make Germany great again. And they were led by one man with an almost cult following. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, beginning the Second World War. By 1941, they invaded the Soviet Union, which included Czechoslovakia. The Gestapo arrested Reverend Chapek in 1942. The Nazis accused Chapek of listening to foreign broadcasts and sent him to the Dachau concentration camp. Even in starvation and torture, he held a flower ceremony with his fellow prisoners, finding whatever flowers they could among the weeds in the camp. This testified to a beauty larger than themselves and a love that would outlive them. The Nazis killed Norbert Chapek, but his spirit, courage, and commitment live on today. Those qualities have passed now to us to make them real. His wife, Maya, also an ordained minister, had fled their home and brought the flower ceremony to the Unitarian Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts in 1940. She didn't learn of his death until after the war ended. What we are doing is not a historical reenactment of something over and done, but an affirmation of our continuity with the generations of struggle for ever-widening liberty. This flower ceremony, lovely though it is, isn't a diversion from ugly reality, but a gentle fierceness which proclaims that in the midst of sinister days, there is always the light of beauty. We are not here to recall something that happened, but to remember something that is happening, to remember, to put it back together again. And in that remembering, may we put ourselves back together again, each as part of the body of this community, out of many one. Pluribus unum. I shan't ask you to trust in God, not any of them, but I do ask you to side with love, to be welcoming to all who are oppressed and looked down on. To quote Jack Hickok, whose plaque hangs on our wall, if you don't feel you fit in anywhere, you belong here. Just as every flower belongs in this bouquet. As you take a flower, ponder the beauty of it. its uniqueness. Also, think of the history of this ceremony, of what it means to you to be part of this beloved community. Now, if Jean and Tammy could help me pass out flowers. Thank you all. And now, once again, I invite you to rise in body, spirit, and voice for our closing hymn, number 65, The Sweet Days, the Sweet June Days.
The sweet June days are come again, once more the glad earth yields its golden wealth of ripening grain and breath of clover fields, and deepening shade of summer woods and glowing summer air. And we, thoughts of happy moods, of love and joy and prayer. The sweet June days are come again, the birds are on the wing, bright anthems in their merry strain, unconscious they sing. Oh, deep the cup or sorrow, and her days on all the joys of field and wood, we lift our song of praise.
Our closing words today are a responsive reading, May Our Lives Bloom Like the Flowers by Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Your part, conveniently enough, is the title, May Our Lives Bloom Like the Flowers. This way I didn't have to add to Sarah's already full schedule on Rummage Sale Week by asking her to print an insert. Each of us is a flower with a delicate beauty uniquely our own. We may be like sunflowers turning always towards the light.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
We may be like the night blooming cereus, only displaying our favorite petals when it is dark and we think no one can see. We may be hothouse flowers, far from our native lands, cautiously tended with a harsh and unfamiliar climate.
May our lives bloom
flowers.
We may be gray-headed like dandelions, eager to launch the new generation with the first strong gust of wind, past our own bright youth, but ready to pass our wisdom on in precious, gossamer-carried seeds.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Some of us, sometimes, spring up overnight and fade in the hot glare.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Some of us, sometimes, are roses, slowly assembling petal after tightly wrapped petal and revealing our full glory only when everything is in place.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
Sometimes we are roadside weeds, loveliness bursting improbably from the dust and debris.
May our lives bloom like the flowers.
May we offer our beauty with the simplicity of flowers, expecting no recognition, hoping for nothing, giving out of what we are, and knowing it is enough. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Now let's sing our recessional together. Do wait for the bonbons. Go.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.